Okay, for the second light setting I'm doing, I told you I was going to be using candles. This is how we're going to make them. They're going to be bleeding candles. So all you need is some just candles from Walmart, basically. Something to drop their shavings into, because we're going to be carving out the center of them. Something to carve the center out. Some just straight wax. Something to melt the wax in. Something to stop fire if accidents happen, and something to take a hot can off the stove. Okay. Now then, I'm going to show you how I'm making bleeding candles. Okay. Well, first, you have to take your candle, as you bought it out the package, and take your knife, you just carve out the center of it a little bit. This is why I need something to drop it into, because you don't want wax shavings getting absolutely everywhere. And make sure not to cut the wick. So if you accidentally cut the wick, then you're going to have to replace the wick, and that's very difficult. It'd be much easier just to replace the candle at that point. So you just keep working with it so you get it to a point that you like. This video I'm not going to go all the way with it because I've already done it some. So you've got it nice, hollowed out in the middle a little bit to put some of this red wax in it. You heat up the red wax, take it out of its package, put it into that can, put it on the stove, and heat the stove up. Now while we're waiting for the wax to melt a little bit to put into a candle, I'm going to continue carving this one out. You don't have to carve them in too deep. I personally am not. I'm only carving them in, I don't know, a couple of inches, about a quarter of the blade's width in. That way there's enough to burn for a while and still bleed, but not so much that when you're later using it as a regular candle, it's going to continue being in effect. So you just keep working with it until it gets to where you want it to be. And very carefully knock out the center around the wick, pricking the wick. Snapping my wick in half to be nice on the camera. There we go. I think that's about deep enough for this one. Okay. Yeah. That's truly all there is to that step, just carving out the center of it. Let's see if that wax is melted yet. Melted enough. Alright. Then you're going to take your candle, it's been carved out, place it inside your little catch area. Take your hot wax off of a hot burner. Grab it with whatever you're going to grab a hot can with. And then just pour the wax in. There wasn't quite enough wax in that yet. And then, once you've poured the hot wax in there, you have to find a way to keep the wick straight so that it doesn't cool in an odd direction. what I'm doing, because I'm using a thing like this, I've been just taking a fork, propping it up, so it can hold the wick up. That's basically that. Well, once you have your wax in there, it's going to look something like this. And then, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be cutting trenches into the candle so that when you burn it, it will bleed down the side. I've done a little testing with this one, and I have found the best way to do this is to cut a trench all the way back towards the wick. So, once the candle starts actually burning, it'll actually go down the side of the candle, instead of just making a pool at the top and staying there. So, cut it as far back as you want to. Really, this part's up to your own discretion. I'll just keep doing that around the side of the candle. And if we're lucky, we'll have bleeding candles in the end. Well, that's about all of that. So, in the next video I'll show you how the lights are actually going to be set up for the shop. Till then.